That's not exactly how we wanted it to go. How we doing after game 1 loss to the Red Sox? How we feeling? Ian, you're sad. Micah, solid at bat by Rayleigh. You know, coming in cold off the bench against Kenley Jansen's never going to be easy. But yeah, it wasn't necessarily super inspiring. A little drippy with the sad emoji. Dorian with the sad face. Hannah God baby. Mitch Haniger. What a day. What a day for him. On the return. Absolutely. Mwah. I'm too quiet. Well, turn up your volume, bud. I am like in like the top of the yellow. You know? Lucario, I'm in the top of the yellow, my friend. I'm right there at the top of the reader where I want to be. It's also kind of late, so I don't want to be as loud. You wear earbuds in max volume? You're crazy, bro. Same old, huh? Aggie, it's same old, I guess, huh? You still can't hear, bro. You might need to get your ears checked. You might need to get your ears checked. Yeah, Urias with it was weird. It was a weird play because like Duran's right there, so like maybe you think he just goes and tags him, but like there's two outs. You don't make that. You throw across the diamond, and you call it a day. You make that throw across the diamond, and it's fine. And it's fine. Mariners are cooked. Season's over. Gabriel, you are speaking my language. The season is over before it is really even started. I'm right there with you guys. So let's talk about what went right today and what went wrong. It's pretty obvious what went wrong. So much for Canzone being MVP of opening day. Yeah, I mean, my pick for Cal also didn't really go very well. Obviously, the opening day MVP is, of course, Mitch Haniger. Homer in the first game back as a Seattle Mariner. Went 2 for 3, drove in 2 runs. Like, overall, just a good day from Haniger at the plate. In the field was fine. Got actually a lot of action. I was kind of worried that he's running around too much, but well, I mean, that pinch hit for Canzone was a two-run home run from Dylan Moore. That pinch hit for Canzone there was a 2-run shot by Demo, which was another good thing that happened today. Demo is continuing his hot streak from spring training. Dude is still he's healthy. That's the biggest thing, is Dylan Moore is healthy. And with a healthy guy like Dylan Moore on your bench, ready to be a spark plug late in the game like that, this is a game that the Mariners could have won, I think. If Castillo had better stuff overall, just his location was all right. I mean, Larry Vanover, the home plate ump, was, not doing us a ton of favors. He was a little inconsistent across the night. And Castillo just did not have his best stuff overall. Not a lot of swing and miss on the fastball today. And of course, Devers, 2-run homer, really, kind of took the wind out of the sail kind of early on, I feel like. Whereas Colton, we can say hi to Colton if you'd like to. But of course, Colton was at the game. Hopefully, if you guys were there, you did get a chance to say hi to him. I'm not entirely sure how that all went down, whether or not he was up in the 300 level like he said he was going to be for an extended period of time. But Colton, he's looking great today. He is looking great. Didn't Demo also swing at a pitch at eye level to K in the ninth? I mean, sure. But like, we're just gonna overlook the 2-run home run? We're just gonna overlook the 2-run home run to bring it within 1 run. Of course, Cody Bolton giving up a home run to Tyler O'Neill, as it was written in the stars. Tyler O'Neill homering for the 5th consecutive opening day, setting an MLB record. Kind of crazy. Colton looking like a snack tonight. Smooches, bro. Rayleigh should have pinch hit for Demo. I think Rayleigh pinch hitting earlier might have been better. I do agree. It felt like the right move then, but they get the chance with the same thing with Urias, like pinch hitting for him, but maybe it's a little too late at that point. Not sure. It's not. With that situation facing Kenley Jansen, it's hard because Kenley Jansen is a premier closer. Like, he is one of the best. He's not the best, but he's pretty darn good. Polanco looked good. Field and the plate. I was, there was some defensive alignment play, like portions of the game where I was a little confused about. Bases loaded, Tristan Cassis grounds a ball, where I feel like if Polanco is playing in a more normal spot, it's an easy routine double play, but instead he has to make a dive and then he has to flip the ball to JP. And they luckily get an out. It was close, but it felt like it could have been a double play should they not have been shading Cassis towards the pull side, which I get why. I get why they're shading him that way because he's a lefty, but team is done after trading Kelenic. Yo, Porpa. Tough 0-1 take there, but I get it. America stuff, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Does Cal or Scott know Castillo can throw more than just a fastball? Because it doesn't seem like they do. He threw a decent amount of sliders, I felt like tonight. But you joke, brother? Oh, of course. Yeah, no, season's over, but we'll be back tomorrow for Kirby Bump Day. Like we never left. My biggest takeaway from today, I had to bust out the retired because I got ink all over it. Nelson Cruz jersey, getting in, signing a 1-day contract and being eligible to be in the Mariners Hall of Fame, I think is a very good, just a good thing. Good thing overall. Loved that at the beginning of part of the opening day ceremony. Nelson Cruz being in the Mariners Hall of Fame, cemented for life, is incredible. Like, chef's kiss. Could not have started off my vibes on a higher note. And then, of course, Julio with a double, Polanco with the single, and then Garver with the double play really, took the wind out of that one real fast. They should retire 23. I don't know if they, I get it because, he's lit, but I wouldn't go that far. Marine layer in full effect. I mean, Rojas had one go out to the track. Garver's, before he got his actual hit, his double, there's one that he hit to basically center, right in front of the pen. That felt like it could have gone, but yeah, there was some moments where, and Polanco had one to the warning track, his moon shot. So there's chances. There was chances in a 6-4 loss to the Red Sox. Only struck out 9 times today, so it seems like the strikeouts are a little bit better. Across 27 outs, only a third of them are strikeouts, so it could be better. Who knows? But Cruz moment was pretty darn cool. I agree, Alex. I agree. City Connects tomorrow? I mean, it's got to be. It's got to be a City Connects. Whether or not they debut them with the white pants or if they're going to stick with the black pants, I'm not entirely sure. City Connects should be tomorrow, though. Seeing Mitch Haniger in a City Connect is going to be so sick. It's going to, that jersey is going to hit. That is my goal jersey at some point during the season. When I'm in Seattle, I will get a Mitch Haniger City Connect. It's going to be sick. Marine layer to the Mariners tonight. F you. Yeah, no, big F you. 161-1. Let's go. Nova, yeah, we got to let the entire league think that, the Mariners season is done, but realistically, we were letting them have one game at the beginning. And now we're going to win the rest. I get it. I get you. Julio bomb tomorrow. After his double, not a lot doing. I tweeted Julio MVP season loading, and it definitely backfired. So I feel like a lot of stuff that went wrong is stuff that didn't go wrong last year. I felt like that was a big sentiment in 2023. Was anything that can, like Murphy's Law, anything that can and will go wrong does, kind of a vibe. And we're like, oh, that didn't happen in 2022. Well, this didn't happen in 2023. I hope that that's not something that we're consistently feeling throughout the year. But JP was working some counts. I see you, Trey. I see you. He was working some counts. I felt like the umpire was kind of screwing him over, especially in the first. He could have had a walk, but he was getting a little squeezed. Mitchell, long time to see. Mitchell, congratulations on winning that card from Jake. Hello, hello, hello. Castillo, not greater than Kirby. Kirby greater than Castillo. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the train that Kirby will take over Castillo this year in terms of, I think Kirby will have a better year. We'll see if that's the case for tomorrow. Red Sox have a sneaky good lineup. Sneaky good. Jarren Duran, I respect. Obviously, Rafael Devers, solid. Trevor Story, bounce back candidate, chip on his shoulder. I love Tristan Cassis. So there's decent people on the Red Sox. I definitely feel like I was overlooking it and being a little bit blind with bias in our podcast going over this series preview. But it is what it is. The season's over. You're kidding, D-man. Season's over, bro. Season's over. It's too late. JP looked terrible at the plate. A lot of the swings weren't great, but I felt like his plate discipline, his vision was solid. Like there were, pitches that he shouldn't have swung at that he didn't. There were balls. It's just when he did make his swing decisions, he really wasn't doing a whole lot with it. I felt the same way with Cal. After Garver hit his double, I was like, oh, this is an easy Cal Raleigh bomb moment. And then a weak grounder to second. It's just kind of, okay, that's not what we wanted. But what happened to Ty France line drive hype, live drive. That's it right there. Yes. Next question. Any update on the guy Cal belted with the foul ball? See, I didn't even know that happened. There are some moments I had to walk away from the game, unfortunately, and around the 5th to the 6th, 7th inning. There are some moments there that I didn't get to see. I did happen to come back and see Dylan Moore's home run, which is sick, but Dom or Luke tomorrow? I feel like you go Luke Raley tomorrow, give him the start. I know Urias I think is slated to start tomorrow. I think that was something, I can't remember if it was Divish or Shannon Dreyer, but they said that Urias will start against Pavetta. So I assume they'll go Raley and Urias tomorrow instead of Canzone and Rojas, but we'll see. Castillo is washed as an ace. After one start, he was doing pretty well too. He was kind of cruising. Strikeouts were flowing for Castillo early in the game. He just kind of ran into trouble with the Devers bomb, but 5 innings, not great. You want him to go more. 6 hits, 4 earned, 2 walks, but those 5 strikeouts. I'm not wavering hope on Luis Castillo yet. Season's over. They lost to JH. I'm right there with you, bro. Season's done. Trammell would have saved us. Yes. He would have hit. You pinch hit him for Dylan Moore in the 9th inning. He hits a 2-run bomb. Easy. Keeping Ray is crazy. Yeah, that's certainly a take. So here's a thought. Robbie Ray pitching tonight on opening day would have given up less runs than Luis Castillo. Thoughts? Because I know Robbie Ray can't pitch until August. But what if? What if? Thank you, Joe, for inspiring you to join the pod farm. Oh, nice. Very exciting, Mariners World. Very exciting. Congratulations. Hopefully your journey into the pod world is good. Cowling's hitting a bomb for Atlanta tomorrow. Tune in at 12. I'll be at work, so I can't. And I'll just, that's the thing is, I saw someone say Isaiah Campbell got his revenge tour tonight. Tyler O'Neill, he never played a major league game with the Mariners, but obviously we traded him to the Cardinals for Marco Gonzalez. He got his revenge home run. The Red Sox having Campbell come in and pitch decently is very much so the one thing that would set off the internet of Mariners Twitter. Campbell looking pretty okay, and Urias doing a little double clutch, not getting the out at first. It's a little dicey. Calvin getting a home run tomorrow for the Braves, that would definitely set Mariners Twitter ablaze. So, yeah. Trammell and the team know he got DFA'd. He got designated for assignment. Whether or not he clears waivers, we don't know yet. I doubt it. However, if he does, the best of luck to him. Last year opening day was tough as well. I feel like we're forgetting that, but they won. Right? 3-run home run off James Karinchak in the 8th by Ty France. It was a tough game. Overall, it was just not pretty. But I'd say that. Whoa! Holy what? Porpa. It's gonna play that for a bit. Holy smooches, bro. 10 gifted. Thanks, dog. I appreciate it. Bringing the vibes up since the Mariners lost 0-1. 0-1 on the season. Porpa's the GOAT, apparently. My lord. Garver didn't run hard on the double play. He didn't really run out a lot of the ground balls. I feel like that happened. Wow, that's going to keep playing. I apologize. Thank you so much, dude. That's incredible. Castillo washed his pretty mediocre the second half last year too. Let's see. Let's see how mediocre Luis Castillo was in the second half. Bring. There it is. Yup. Let's see just how mediocre he was. Second half, Luis Castillo. It's not ace stuff. I'll give you that. Also, anyone who is now a member, congratulations. You get a badge, you get emotes, you get access to members only videos. There's stuff like Hit It Here podcast bloopers, quizzes that Colton and I do. We do gameplay of MLB The Show, stuff like that. And also, there's a section of the Discord that's members only. You now have access to that if you link your Discord and YouTube. Luis Castillo in the second half had a 3.91 ERA. Over 15 starts and 89 and 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 102 batters. So, like, not great. His first half ERA was 2.85. So I see it. But it's not like he wasn't bad. You know what I mean? What's my prediction line for Kirby tomorrow? We need him to at least go 6. Castillo only going 5 today was tough. And some of the bullpen people that got you, like Sauce getting an inning. Cody Bolton giving us 2 was nice. Obviously, the home run to Tyler O'Neill, not nice. But 2 innings out of Cody Bolton's good. Austin Voth getting his Mariners debut unscathed. It was a little dicey there for a sec, but unscathed. So you've got Stanek, you've got Spire, you've got Munoz, you've got Snyder, and Thornton available for backup to George Kirby. I want George Kirby to go at least 7. I think he has. I'm hoping he goes 7. I'm thinking like 7. With the way the Red Sox were swinging it, though, against specifically Castillo's fastball, and George likes to use his fastball a lot, I feel like he might be in trouble if he leaves it over the plate a little bit too much, which is duh. It's a pretty, simple statement there. I'm going to go 7 innings, like 6 hits, no walks. Of course, George Kirby doesn't walk people, on like 6 Ks, 5 Ks. We'll go 5 Ks. Keep it light. And we'll say 2 earned runs. But he's going to be working fast as he does, and I think he'll get through 7. Seatown fan, hello. Hello, hello. We're on track for 54%. Right on cue, buddy. Right on cue. Dude, the Rojas play. Aggie, thank you. The backhand over the bag, throw across his body, it just doinked off his helmet. It would have been a sick play. I think it's a tough throw to make for anybody. Like, I don't think many players will make that throw accurately, kind of a thing. So, if I could go back in time, tell something to Josh Rojas at the beginning of the game, like, hey, you're gonna field the ball. Dr. Afro Dog just subscribed, thank you. You're gonna field the ball and you're gonna have to make a throw. Fake the throw, just hella hard, deke him, because Yoshida was running from second. You deke him, and you turn around, you tag Yoshida for a sure out. You guarantee an out. I get that you're trying to prevent the run. Run's probably scoring anyways. It's a tough throw to make. So maybe you tag out Yoshida there. I know no other damage was done after that, but hey. Let's ask for a refund on the Geno trade. I don't know if we can go back on that quite yet. Bolton's sweeper looked pretty good. Other than he threw it and O'Neill hit the home run on it, right? That one just hung out in the middle of the plate. But like aside from that, I think I agree. Like Bolton's sweeper, breaking ball was pretty solid. Canzone looked terrible at the plate and in the field. Yeah, not a pretty day for Dom, unfortunately. A lot of hype around Dom, and I understand why. But unfortunately not a great day. Not a great day. Gotta sleep. Go M's, Aggie. Good night, good rest. Hopefully we can catch a dub tomorrow. Dominic can't zone. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yuquan, we've all been waiting since January, bro. It's tough. It's only one game, though. It's only one game. We're 0-1. Plenty of teams start 0-1. Did the Rangers start 0-1 last year? Let's find out. If they did, you're welcome. If they didn't, I didn't bring it up. Texas Rangers, 2023. Schedule and results. Shoot. They beat the Phillies on opening day last year. My point is now void. We should have won. Now we're not winning the World Series, guys. It's over. Game's over. We are tied for the worst record in baseball. Oh, so true. So true, man. That triple was one of the worst. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. It was not what you want to see. And it's tough because you think you're just running hard. You're throwing hard, you're doing everything 100% max effort as much as you can. And the defense there out in left field just didn't look great from Canzone on that play. I have faith that it's not going to be like that consistently. I know Mariner Muse tweeted out that, people were, he didn't say it, but then the comments immediately were like, oh, kind of looked like Winker. Yeah, I don't want to go that far yet, but I don't want to go that far. Defense all around the board did look a little, it's definitely not going to be better than the previous 2 years defensively. No way. Like Polanco, I'd say it's a step down from, but Wong was, it's mainly Caballero that I'm thinking about defensively because he was solid. Polanco's going to be okay. It's not going to be great. Obviously, Gino had a great year defensively last year, so Rojas and Urias will not live up to that hype. And then Teo over Haniger and like Kalnick over Rayleigh Canzone. It's not going to be as pretty. But defense is not going to, hopefully it doesn't lose us ball games. Like seemingly it put us in a losing position tonight. Kirby's going to do better with the fastball, better command, few more MPH. Yeah, the command is definitely something you're going to have to look out for because sometimes Castillo was letting it eke out over the middle of the plate. Like he'd started on the inside to a lefty and it would kind of go towards the middle. That's mainly what happened with Devers' home run. Just caught too much of the plate. And then he was trying to touch the outside corner. Just wasn't happening. But France is in a make it break it year. I mean, he's got Tyler Locklear knocking on the door right behind him. So, yeah, if France does not get back to his usual self, his true form, it'll be a bit challenging. I saw someone, I think it was Micah, ask if Ryan Bliss can play third. He's played shortstop mostly throughout his entire career. I wouldn't be surprised if he can slide over to third. More likely his secondary position could be second base, and then Polanco could go play third, but you don't really, I don't know if you want to go that far. And I don't know if I'm ready to call it quits on these guys day one, but I don't think my opinions about any of the guys on this roster right now are not that of Tommy La Stella from last year. Last year, we all knew that he was just dead weight. I don't think there's anybody with dead weight on this roster right now. But it just felt off for opening day. That's the thing, dude. The vibes were so high at the beginning of the game. Like the Nelson Cruz first pitch, Mariners Hall of Fame, stuff like that. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Castillo having a solid first inning. Good. It all turned around after the Garver double play. Watching from Wellington, New Zealand? Well, hello, Ned. Hello from the other side of the frickin' earth. That's exciting. Guys, we got someone from New Zealand in here. That's dope. I love that stuff. When people from different parts of the world, it scratches something in my brain. It's so sick. The GM wants our team to limit the strikeouts, yet we still struck out a lot today. A depressing Mariner. Struck out 9 times. 9 times. I was gonna go find, I had it up earlier. Where did it go? Mariners game day box score. Let's see who struck out today. I had it up and then it just went away. On the Mariners side of so JP struck out, Julio struck out, Polanco struck out, Cal struck out, Canzone, Dylan Moore, Ty France, Luis Urias, and Luke Rayleigh. 9 strikeouts. Aaron, hello. It's one game, I know, but I hate seeing our offense be all about home runs again. See, Aaron, again, I'm gonna keep just circling back to the first inning. Double by Julio, single by Polanco. It was right there for a Garver single, a Garver double, something to plate some runs there. And it just didn't happen. I don't expect a double play to be in the cards every single time Julio and Polanco get on base. But yeah, it was the long ball, living and dying by the long ball with this team. That the only guy I think that really has true 40 homer potential is Julio Rodriguez. You can't live and die by the home run right there. That's your point. 2023 all over again. We're falling back into it. No! I get you. It's tough. Stanek should have come in instead of leaving Cody Bolton out there for another inning. Maybe it's a 5-4 game. Maybe. Call up Cade Marlowe, trade France, get Mike Ford back. Yo, you might be onto something. Bro would get the Simply Seattle hat I wanted before you. Bro, I saw the drop, immediately copped. Like, immediately copped. Saw your tweet, and I'm like, Jake knows ball. Bro, this hat's fire. You're kidding, right? You're kidding. Shout out Simply Seattle. I ordered this the day that this came out on like Saturday or whatever. Got to me today for opening day. I'm in California. They got this out like within like 4 days, 3 days. If you are not in the Seattle area and you want to get some Mariners merchandise, Simply Seattle's the only place to go. It's the only place to do it because they're quick, they're efficient, and they got good stuff. And you can use code Mojo10 if you want to at checkout, if you really want to get 10% off your order. You know Cap? True. You don't know ball. You know Cap. Julio didn't want to hug Stanek, made your day. The Astros secrets will be worth it in the long run. Oh, you mean Stanton. You meant Stanton. Okay. I was like, I didn't see the end of the game like hugging people or anything, but if he's not hugging Stanek, it's because he was an Astro. But are there jerseys? They do sell some jerseys. They've got like some old school like Griffey, Ichiro, Edgar Martinez like batting practice jerseys, which is pretty cool. I know they have some of the more. They had Kraken. Oh, they're not called jerseys, and I can't remember what they're called. And I don't want to sound like an idiot. Julio's hitting 996 this season. Like you want his OPS to be that high, or you're saying his batting average? Because either way is going to be great. The average, if it's that high, it's going to be crazy. Sweaters, thank you. I was going to say flannel, but I was like, that's not right. Flannel's definitely not right. They have jersey hoodies too, bro. The shortstop like bait, dude. Those are sick. If my body temperature wasn't consistently just always hot, I would wear something like that all the time. But I am just a warm individual. So anything like, I wear a hoodie, but like a lot of times it's baggy, so it breathes. Those shortstop hoodies do not breathe like that. You know what I mean? Hannah, get back to 2021 form. Shoot, he looked pretty good today. I wouldn't be surprised. Haniger 40 home runs easy, booking it, calling it now. JP should have walked in the first. I agree. And then the Julio double and Polanco single should have resulted in a run. At least one. Then it's only a 1-run loss and we feel better about it. Buy the hoodie and cut the sleeves off. Yo, Mike is thinking outside the box, guys. Outside the box. Should Luke have pinch hit for Dylan? Luke really got in that bad anyways. I understand. I agreed earlier that like, yeah, Dylan Moore, pinch hitting for him there probably makes sense. But then like, I don't know, you saw Dylan Moore pop a home run, you probably like, yeah, you could do it again. Why not? He's hot. And then you pinch hit for Urias, so like he only gets one at bat. So I don't know. I'm fine with the decision at the end of the day. Maybe you get Rayleigh an extra, without so much pressure, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th in your Mariners debut. But John, hello. I saw your DM. You were mainly talking to Colton. But I much appreciated, much love. Thank you for, confirming that's who you are. I saw that you were a member, and I was like, I feel like this has to be someone that I know. They just changed the name or something. But I am doing okay. Obviously, Mariners loss is not fun, but we move. 0-1, we'll get through. We'll get through this season. I'm not going to trip out over this first loss yet. If more things continue to compound, like a lot of the pitchers not, playing to the swing and miss a lot, or Castillo continues to have starts where he's given up 4 or 5 runs. If Canzone's looking a little shaky on defense, if we're grounded into double plays when you should be, putting the ball out of the infield, then we'll start to worry a little bit. Does Colton also do post games or no? So Kevin, Colton's schedule is interesting. He's at the game. He was at the game today, so that's why he's not here. If he was at home, maybe he, chances are he'd probably be on the stream with me. I normally do the bulk of the streaming just because, like, on Sundays when I'm able to, after the games on Sundays, because it's a day game, it's easiest to go live after the game, talk about the game with you guys. And Colton's at work on Sundays, unfortunately. We could stream on a Wednesday. That's the day that we're both available the best. But the timing of stuff just kind of hard because we have to record a bunch that day. But Colton does do some lives every once in a while. And we could also do like post game videos. It doesn't have to just be live streams, but figured go live after opening day, kind of hang out with you guys. See you back tomorrow. Ned, I appreciate you coming in all the way from New Zealand. That's I'm still hard to wrap my head around that. Very, very exciting. Hopefully, you're coming back to a dub. Disappointing loss, but a lot of positives to look at. I mean, obviously, Polanco had a solid day. Haniger, huge day. Dylan Moore with the pinch hit home runs, good. Aside from that, I'm not, not in love with a lot of the other things that we saw today. Like pitching wise, sure, both had a clean inning, but it still wasn't pretty. But is he a Kiwi or a transplant? We'll never know. We'll never know. Cal did not look great. Cal was, his little squib hit was something. At least he ran it out. I'm telling you, the one that for me that really stood out was when Garver hit the double, and then I was expecting something big from Cal in that at bat for whatever reason, and just a little weak grounder to second. Unfortunate, just didn't get the right swing on it, but. Jorge Polanco fly ball could have been a home run. If the wind's blowing a little bit harder, that ball's out. That ball. Would this game have gone any differently if we had Santos and Brash healthy? I mean, Castillo gave up 4. I don't think so. Castillo gave up 4, then it's a 4-4 tie. Like, in those situations, does Scott go to Santos and Brash over Saucedo and Bolton? Maybe. But I really don't know if... It all came down to Castillo giving up 4. Didn't put us in a position to win. If the roof was open, it would have been a homer. There you go. We are so jaded. Jaded Mariners fans. We're so spoiled as Mariners fans. Actually encouraged by the offense. There was some things to like. It's just across the board. I think there was people that I had high expectations for that obviously did not live up to them. Like Canzone in France did not have great days at the plate, and we move. Hopefully, it's just first game. Baseball is a sport where you celebrate guys that fail 70% of the time. We haven't gotten to that threshold, so if this was golf, the Mariners would have won. True. Maybe we're playing the wrong sport. Maybe the Mariners have been playing the wrong sport all along. I feel like having those guys would have made it so we would have used Stanek Inspire instead. It makes the pen deeper and better. Of course, I just think at that rate, it is a 4-4 tie ultimately. And then you go into extras and maybe you win in extras. It could have gone differently. I just don't know if the 4 earned off Castillo. Like, that to me is what's weighing on this loss the most, is Castillo giving up 4. If you have Santos and Brash, then yeah, of course, your bullpen's deeper. You can go to other guys instead of a guy, Saucedo who gave up an earned run, Bolton who gave up an earned run. Like, then it's not 6-4. So I see your point, Aaron. Ultimately, then it's just who wins in extra innings. Advantage probably goes to the home team, so maybe it is a turnaround 1-0 record instead of 0-1. Lydia Vivao, that's a last name. Vivao just subscribed. Well, welcome. Give the expectations 2 weeks. We'll see. By that time, I mean, season's over, user error. Season's over. We're done after 2 weeks. We'll be 0-10, scraping the bottom of the barrel. It's over. Trade the farm, sell the team. We're doomed. Yo. Dude. It's time to call it quits. Need to send Muscle Milk to the Mariners. Didn't Julio do an ad with them? Isn't Julio like a Muscle Milk athlete now? Considering our recent play in high pressure situations, Boston would have won in extras. Last year was not pretty in extras, so after the way he pitched down the stretch, plus today, having the fears of Castillo regression running through your mind. User brought up that his second half last year wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as his first half. That is correct. I'm not ready to write it off quite yet, but I understand why people are. I mean, I have Kirby taking the step ahead of Castillo this year. I think Castillo will likely. I think he's plateaued, but that's still a great pitcher. It's just 4 earned on opening day is just not what you wanted. Positives. The positives. I mean, the big one, Mitch Haniger. Big homer. Very, very exciting stuff. Dylan Moore with the pinch hit home run. Underrated pop. I see you. Dylan Moore's got underrated pop, Trey. I agree. When he's healthy, that oblique was nagging at him last year, I guess. But now that he's healthy, I have some good faith. One thing that's always right, the Oakland A's lost. Right on cue, the Oakland A's lost. Was it like 6-0 to the Guardians? Cal Raleigh's dump was just a sad, wet fart. Well, that's certainly something. France was fine today, laced the ball the other way. Yeah, I guess that's. I mean, yeah. If he's a little bit earlier on it, it's probably in a gap. If he's a little bit later on it, it's down the line. That's the one at bat that France should be like, yeah, that was okay. I think every other bat was like kind of mid. Like it was nothing to write home about. Mitch brought that big dick one nut energy tonight. He knew what he was doing coming back to T-Mobile. And that was a hit and a home run the opposite way on opening night in his return. Like we all drew it up, guys. Right on frickin' cue. John Stanton probably sitting there after the Mariners lost, being like, it's okay, we should continue to be mid for the next couple of years, just so we don't have to spend more money. We're on our way to the 54% wins. I saw someone tweet that there's a 54% sell the team jersey roaming around T-Mobile Park, which is an insane jersey to wear in public, by the way. The positive energy, there you go, Seatown fan. You get it. You get it. You get it. Yeah, the speed for Boston too. That was something that stood out to me too. They were running a lot. They were causing some maybe not havoc, but they were obviously like Tyler O'Neill stole a base. I know Duran ran a little bit. Rafaela got in that pickle, it wasn't pretty. But the Red Sox were utilizing their speed quite a bit and trying to make people uncomfortable, I think. And I think it showed a little bit. So hopefully, George Kirby is notoriously not great at holding runners on or with runners on base. I feel like he a lot of the times last year just not great with runners on, or at least letting guys steal. So hopefully tomorrow the Red Sox do not capitalize on that, but at least the Astros lost. True. Rangers played a close game against the Cubbies. Yeah, it's one day. It's one day. I'm not gonna trip about it. But feel bad for Garvey won the World Series and didn't get to enjoy the ceremony today. He'll get his ring. He'll get something when the Mariners visit Texas for the first time. But yeah, it's always a little weird when teams leave World Series like championship stuff like that and they have to get the ring or the ceremony later. Just kind of weird. Playoff hope's gone. If the season ended today, we're not making the playoffs, guys. Sorry. That, it's done and dusted. We're done with. Castillo pitching today being like, how am I supposed to be better than The Rock? Dude, he can't. He should have went out there with the chain and like the turtleneck and the little fanny pack, and maybe he would have been shoving a little bit better, but Arizona? What, them putting up 14 runs in an inning against the Rockies? I wish we could play the Rockies on opening day. That'd be nice. What hurts the most is being tied with the Angels. We're better in terms of run differential, so we're not real. Or are we really tied with the Angels? Because they're -8 run differential. We're only -2. Julio getting the Silver Slugger from Ichiro was really cool. I was hoping that they would do the no-fly zone from the commercial. I was hoping they'd do that, but alas, they did not. And I understand why. It's a more serious moment than a commercial, but this team could really use Tommy La Stella on it. That would put us over the top. He sure can. He could get on base and be our DH. 1 for 4 from our DH today, not enough. Not enough. Pull Kyle Seager out of retirement. You will not get him off his farm for any amount of money. Bro is happily retired from baseball, no doubt in my mind. Colton Wong was good for the Mariners at being bad. True. There was no one better than being bad than Colton Wong. So he was actually good by that logic, America stuff. I see your point. Tommy La Stellar. More like Tommy put him in the cellar. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop. Awesome to see Nelly retire as a Mariner. I had to break out the jersey. That's one of my first ones. Sunday Cream. Had to break it out of retirement. Yeah, very very happy. Big W that Nelly's a Mariners Hall of Famer. Scrap. Hello, hello, hello. Still a wonderful opening day. That park looked great on TV. I'm sure Colton will, tell us on Sunday during the podcast or whatever, whenever he's available to talk to us and you guys how the environment was there. I'm curious, did anybody see Mariners on opening day with La Stella 1-0? Since La Stella left, 0-1. Mitchell, you're the stats guy the Mariners need. We don't need Alex Mayer. We need you in the booth. We need you running the stats. Question. Did you guys see the salmon run thing? Was anybody there? Anybody in the chat there at the game today? Or did anybody see the salmon run? I'm glad that it didn't replace the hydroplane. Very good. Another race? Screw it. Another fun thing to do during the game? Why not? We'll do a salmon run. Sure. It's different. Are we thinking good? The salmon run curses like the Billy. Oh no. We're 0-1 in the salmon run era. We gotta stop it. I didn't even think about that. The fact that we're 0-1 in the salmon run era, we gotta stop it. Colton looks like the headphone salmon. Oh, it's so funny. Tag yourself. Which salmon are you? Salmon run was silly. Fits the ballpark vibe. That's good. Yeah, I mean, bro, were you working? User, were you working? Not to dox you. I know wherever the hell Daydara is, that bum is probably working. Just kidding. Maybe we should throw Urias back at, just we'll throw him on the Pike Place Market. Throw him there. Gino going off only makes sense with our great platoon we have. He's playing against Colorado. I could have put up 16 runs on the Rockies today. What did Gino do today, huh? What did he do? Oh, you switched jobs? Well, very exciting for you. If that's something that you're happy to be away from. Let's see. What did Gino do today? 2 for 4 with 2 RBI? Guys, we're cooked. GG. We lost the trade. Colton should replace Ty France? I have faith. Was Colton the salmon? Yeah. You guys have never seen Colton and one of those salmon in the same room, so it only makes sense that Colton was one of the salmon. Not the salmon run curse. It's worse than the Bambino. We'll never escape it, Mitchell. We'll never escape it. No more fish? Yeah. Nah. Not going to happen. Gino did have fun energy too. Oh, God. I miss the good vibes. You're going to lose your mind if we lose the next 3 games? Yeah, I mean, that would be a tough way to start the year. Truth be told, that would not be my favorite thing. Honestly, it might be my least favorite thing if we started the season 0-4. 54% vibes only. That's all we need, baby. That's all we need. Went as a fan today. Ballpark was fun. It was a little less full at the start of the ceremony, but it filled up come to first pitch. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I saw it filled out quite a bit compared to the tweets the day or two before about how, we were worried that it wasn't going to sell out. It filled out nicely. What happened? You were working the Cutter 101. A little rundown for you. So Red Sox got out to a 3-0 lead in the fourth, scored 2 on a Rafael Devers home run in the third, and then another run in the fourth, which I think is the weird Rojas play where he fielded a ball and the bases. There's a runner on second and third. He throws the ball, bounces off Tyler O'Neill's helmet trying to throw it home. So we're down 3-0. Castillo wasn't looking great. Then Mitch Haniger in the bottom of the fourth hits a 2-run bomb, which is very, very exciting. Mitch Haniger looked great today. Overall, defense didn't look phenomenal. Offense looked okay at times, but the Mariners do lose 6-4 at the end of the day to the Boston Red Sox. Could not put up a rally against Kenley Jansen in the ninth. Wouldn't mind losing the first 4 games as long as we go 158-0 afterwards. See, there's so many nuanced situations there, Mitchell. So many nuanced things. Can we just say the 2 exhibition games against the Padres count and put us at 2 wins, 1 loss? Mr. Sticky, you might be onto something. Why are we playing it in a Major League Park if it's not a Major League game? What's the deal with that, Mr. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred? What's the deal with that? Big question. Does Julio hit for the cycle this season? I mean, if there's a player on the Mariners to do it, I think Julio's the guy. Anything that, you can think of offensively, Julio's probably your guy to do it. He is that dynamic of a player. I don't hate that shout. Urias and Canzone gave about 54% effort tonight. The run out from Luis Urias at the beginning of the game along that carpet, he looked a little like, all right, here we go. But serious for a second, what was Castillo's problem not hitting spots? Just not a lot of swing and miss on his fastball. And, fastball is usually bread and butter stuff for him. But I think only 2 swing and misses all night. Like 2 whiffs. I think the Chaos Ball podcast tweeted it at some point during the game. So let's see what, I think it was him. Where's that? Stuff looked, this is his opinion. Stuff looked fine, but the command wasn't quite there tonight for Castillo. The Red Sox were really on his fastball the entire night. He only managed 2 whiffs on 18 swings. 2 called strikes only for his fastball, 2 was all over the place. He was like eking out the outside corner to lefties a lot. Just wasn't dotting like he normally does. Luis is usually really good at painting that outside corner with his 2-seam. It just wasn't staying there. I don't know if it's like the arm slot, which is allowing too much run on the fastball, but yeah. Tie cycle incoming? You wish. You wish. Adam Beckwith, constantly pitching from behind, too. Yeah, I mean, the first inning, he got behind all the batters, but he managed to get through that inning unscathed, which was nice. But that kind of continued through the rest of the night, which then, I mean, pitch count-wise, he was, at that point, in the 5th, or, in the 5th, it was, we were like, is he going to be able to go out for the 6th? And then he kept, things just kept kind of snowballing. So, yeah, Castillo just wasn't really sharp at the end of the day. Was not insanely sharp. Rayleigh start over Canzone tomorrow? I would say so. Sauce looked good, though. He looked okay. Does anybody know Bayo, the Red Sox ace? Know him? Personally? No, I don't. Signed an extension this offseason. He's going to be good. I've got a lot of love for Brian Bayo. He's going to be a solid pitcher. Our ace goes tomorrow, though, so we got this. Adam, you're speaking my language. You are speaking my language. George Kirby. I hope. I said 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned earlier. I really would just love, obviously, a clean outing. Give me a quality start with just, I don't want any runs scored. I don't want to see the Red Sox with any number other than a goose egg tomorrow. And of course, that's a lot to ask. But George Kirby, if he's not falling behind hitters like you're saying, like Castillo did tonight, that should bode well for him to not have to maybe pitch to more contact, throw balls in the middle or around the zone. But Kirby does stay in the zone a lot, so it'll be interesting to see how the Red Sox lineup adapts to him versus Castillo. They'll probably roll out the same thing, I would imagine. Pretty lefty heavy, but can Stream Elements throw a slider? No, but they can throw a sweeper. They can throw a sweeper. Use the bottom of the end of the bullpen today. Yeah, we did not. We had Stanek ready when Bolton went out there for the second inning, but Yeah, could have gone to him, but they just decided not to. Does the all rightness rotation scare you? Not really. I I understand the wanting of a lefty, but I'm not. It's not that important to me. For like, I don't think it's as important as it once was because there's guy like I think Logan Gilbert. I could be very wrong here. I think he's got backwards splits. You're in the minority, but you don't think Service is all that. I don't think you're in the minority. I think very much so. Service is not in the fans' good grace a lot of the times. Logan Gilbert versus left-handed pitching versus left-handed batting. His batting against is 223, 273, 361 with a 634 OPS. And Gilbert's against right-handed batters, they bat 252 against him. So he's kind of got reverse splits. So like you're like, oh, like the lefty is important there, but Gilbert's got reverse splits, and I think also like his splitter that he worked on last year that should be better this year definitely will play to lefties pretty well. So I'm not super fixated on it. Anytime we honor a former Mariner, we lose, or so it seems. It's just we can't have too many nice things. And I mean, I had to bust out the jersey for it. I was so jazzed. Honoring Nelson Cruz, is it worth a loss? I don't want to go out on a limb and say yes, because then that's just a little copium. But you didn't hear it from me. How many opening days have you watched as a Mariners fan? Um, I am 26. I have memories as early as 4 or 5. I would say at least 13. I've never been to an opening day. I don't think. I could be wrong. But I would guess like 12 or 13 I've watched from the comfort of my home. Mariners from Jamestown, New York. Stayed up to 2 to watch this one game. We will still win 90 games. Chris, I commend you for staying up, bro. It's a long night. But it's the first game. Well, they'll get over it, I feel like. 50 watched about 27 been to 1. Very nice. No more honoring players. Nelson Cruz is why we lost. Should I take the jersey down? If he's the reason we lost, I can take the jersey down. I'll put up like a Julio one instead, or even I could put up Jared's. I could put up the Kalnick jersey if you want. Would that be better? Would that be better? All Seattle teams are 500. That's the worst. That's okay. It'll be okay. A win for a day or Cruz for a lifetime. You're taking Cruz every time. Yeah, Cruz, that's someone that we wanted them to sign last offseason and this offseason before he retired, just so he could be eligible for the Mariners Hall of Fame. And we got our wish with a 1-day contract, which is sick. Why did he retire as a Mariner and not a Ranger? Because he tested positive with the Rangers? I don't think it has to do with a positive PED test. Lookout Landing had a great thread on some quotes from Cruz as he spoke to the media today. I will read you some quotes. Nelson Cruz on why he wanted to retire as a Mariner. I always identify myself with the Mariners, even though I played more years with the Rangers. When I was playing here, I felt like this was the place I felt comfortable playing the game. On This is him talking about throwing at the first pitch. It's definitely special to me. They probably had many choices. It makes me appreciate it even more to be on opening day for the city. And then a follow-up quote, I would die to get the opportunity to play in the playoffs here. We got the chance. Many years we were really close. The excitement of the fans and all that, it was incredible. But I think all the work they put in paid off the last few years. So Cruz is just a big fan. Like, dude just like actually loved it here, which is great because it seems like then some of the like maybe people were worried about the front office relationship and like the relationship with the organization with the players wasn't as good. I think the Mariners are in a pretty good spot right now as far as player relations within the organization. Scott, going hanging out with Luis Castillo and like Colin Cowell off season, stuff like that. It steps in the right direction. But Nova, good night. Good night, good night, good night. A real man shed a tear during the boomstick ceremony. I emotional during that when the kid was running around the bases, I was getting sad, and then he had to gritty at the end. That was something. That was just what the heck. There's a lot of good moments. A lot of good moments. Vandalize my Julio jersey? No. Cruz is now eligible. That made it. That one day made it 5 years. Like by like a the fine print. I think is how it kind of works there. You know, we'll take it. I'm gonna allow it to happen. Wasn't he an Oriole too? Or are you imagining it? He was an Oriole. He was also a Padre. Shed more than one tear. There you go, Scott. Let him out. Let him flow. Fans love the players. Players love the fans in the city. Ownership, yeah, no. The ownership group will never be in good graces. Never, ever will be in good graces. How do I feel about the Mariners bullpen compared to the 2023 season? As it stands right now, not better because it's not full strength. If Brash and Santos were healthy, full strength, it's better. I think. Wrong Mitch batting cleanup. I don't know how quick it'll take, like how long it'll take for lineup changes to take place, but if Mitch stays hot and Garver's still kind of struggling a little bit, don't be surprised if they get switched like within the first week. If Haniger's batting 500 by the time the Guardian series comes around, he'll get moved up in the order from 6. So, no better moment than Joe remembering, dude, I got you, Mitchell. You're always here, bro. You're always chatting. Whether or not sometimes I miss a lot of the comments because people are talking, but I try and read as many as I can. Try and be involved, talk ball. But it is getting a little late. We got the big dog who's supposed to come in and set up in the 8th that cost us the game. This one is on skip. Brother, what? What do you mean? We were losing. We were losing at that point. Like, sure, they could have put Stanek in instead of Bolton. It's still then just a 5-4 game. We were losing. We needed more runs. I don't think going to Stanek there changes the outcome of the game. They weren't good. They just didn't score. Lucario, what did you say? That was so long ago, bro. I feel like it was so long ago. Read your other message. Mike, brother. Mike, you're late. Let's get end stream here in a sec because I've been going for a bit here. Chatting with the family. Hanging out. Mike, I'm sure you were jazzed about Haniger's home run, bro. Had to have been. Lucario, I can't find your message, bro. I can't find your message. Didn't want to exhaust the entire bullpen. Yeah, don't have a day off till next Thursday. True, it's a 4-game set and then 3 against the Guardians. It's going to be a long stretch here. I said it earlier, but obviously you guys know that Saucedo pitched, Bolton pitched, Voth pitched. Is that it? I feel like I'm missing someone. Saucedo, Bolton, Voth. Is that all they used? Yeah, well, because Bolton went too. So yeah, they still got Stanek, who was warmed up tonight. Obviously, Munoz, Spire, Thornton. The Cutter 101 has subscribed. Well, thanks. Thanks for subscribing. And Colin Snyder. So yeah, they'll need to be careful with the bullpen usage because it is a 6-game stretch. That game was how do you say it? Pain. I mean, a loss is painful regardless. Skull. Never fun to lose. Mash the gas. This is a sprint to the pennant, boys. No time to lose early. You got to win now. Win early. Win often. Mitch Garver. I mean, he said it in an interview segment that someone that is part of the Mariner Mojo community. His name's Gunner. He's like working like with an internship for part of the WSU. Probably like journalism school. Was down in Peoria, did like a interview, kind of like a news segment, and he interviewed Mitch Garver and was talking about like we got to win early, bringing the championship pedigree. Every single game matters. So I don't disagree that like a loss sucks. Losing game 1 sucks. Like it's not fun to lose. Except like that, is one game. The next couple will definitely showcase like, okay, if they're still losing, it's like, okay, what's going wrong? We need to kind of iron out these mistakes now before they start to compile and compound and then, really start to stack up. Play some Kirby Star Allies. No. Sorry, Haniger was in Hannibal form. You're okay. I saw Hamium and I was like, I don't know what he's going for there, so I'm hoping that Wavy Gravy will hit me with a little correction, and you did, so I'm proud of you today. Tonight, I guess. You were present at the game, so it's 10 times worse. Leaving the park on an L is never fun. Yeah, it's not good vibes. Not too sad with the loss. We got BAPIP to death, and Castillo didn't have his stuff yet. Castillo was not great. Breaking Mariners are eliminated from a perfect 162-0 season. 117 wins, though, is still in play. It's still possible. Really thought Cal was going yard at the end to tie it up. Is that in the... Yeah. I thought when he got up, when Garver was on second, I thought he was going to tie it. How do you feel Luis Castillo did tonight? Yeah, no, it was not great. Not great. Adam Beckwith said it earlier, was getting behind in counts, which then leads to having to pitch from behind, which is never ideal. Never ideal. Dance, Joe? How was that? 10 out of 10 or what? Polanco's success was sexy, though. Polanco did have a good night. It was very, very exciting. Very exciting to see him hit pretty well. The skyscraper of a fly ball out that he hit. I wanted it to just keep carrying, but it didn't. Fat ass Devers. Okay. Devers put a good swing on the ball. It got out. The ball just leaked out over the outside of the plate, and Devers is a great away hitter. Bro is really good at pushing the ball the other way. Got Marine later tonight. Just can't escape it, bro. Kirby in the Forgotten Land then? Can I play the Crystal Shard instead? Can I play the Crystal Shard instead? That's the one I'd like to play. Or Air Ride, is that one? Kirby Air Ride? Oh, it's on a GameCube. I can't remember which one. But the one on the 64, Crystal Shard that's my goat right there. I think on the bright side, if the Mariners weren't clicking today, then they should be unstoppable when they do tomorrow. True. If they're clicking on all cylinders, we're flipping the script. Season starts tomorrow. Didn't start today. Today was a fluke. Today was, a JK or Uno reverse. Right? Season starts tomorrow. Get this live stream age restricted. I'm going to start taking my clothes off. Dude, this placement, I could just tell when Haniger went yard, it was, I was on stream with Jake. You love to see it at the time. And my stream was a good 10 seconds ahead of his video. So I didn't want to spoil anything for him. So I'm just sitting there waiting for him to catch up. Am I ignoring you? Bro, you said, can I read your message? I didn't see it. I was way too far gone. And I said I couldn't read it. Am I ignoring you? If you're messaging me on Discord, bro, I do not have Discord open. If that's what you're messaging me right now, bro, I do not have Discord open. Castillo and Rojas for Devers? We'll just trade them right now. Call it a day. We'll call it a day. Play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, the better of the Coliseum games, of course. Yes. On YT chat. You've said 4 messages. You said I was quiet at the beginning of stream. And then you said something that I didn't read because chat was moving at the time. And then here we are. Lucario, I'm gonna punch you through the monitor, bro. Catch you on the next one. On to some Hell Divers 2. Scrap, you enjoy that, bro. Have a good night. Have a good night. Polanco diving for the ball. Everyone else, dude. When he had to dive for that, I was nervous. Also, just seeing Haniger run around the outfield's got me nervous. You bully me too much? No, you're good, bro. You're good. I'm just playing. I'm sorry, Adam. What was this April Fool's to? Early April Fool's? Me getting my clothes off? Or something else? Baseball is 161 games now. Exactly. Mr. Sicky gets it. Season starts tomorrow. Did you, the catch up, made that hit runner's glove? Kevin, I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend like I understood that. Us losing, true. Yeah, that's a good point. Us losing, that's a good point. Early April Fools, and if we lose any more games until April Fools, it's still retroactive until April Fools. So we're good. We're good. Anyone see the cameraman fall behind Felix? Dude, I miss so much. I miss so much. Demo spring training was no fluke? Dude, Demo popped that homer. He looked good. If it was opposite day, we'd be 1-0. America stuff, that's the type of vibe that I'm going to end with. Not April Fool's jokes. Sorry, Adam. No disrespect. Love your work with Rocket League if that is who you are. If it was opposite day, we'd be 1-0. That's it. That's a W right there. We're 1-0 if it's opposite day. I'm going to say it's opposite day. Smooches, bro. Smooches, bro. Look at that. Floods the chat on screen. Guys, thank you for hanging out on the first post-game show for the Mariners. 0-1, who cares? We'll see you after a dub, hopefully, when the next time we go live. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and chatting. And maybe a stream like probably on Sunday. Sunday's probably the next one. But yeah, season's back, boys.